Microphones were on all day. Welcome to the 2018 Alistair Besky Memorial Tournament. I'm Ryan Wallace, proud to be here with you today with my good friend Eric Loomis.
Ryan, nice to see you again. Sorry I didn't make it to yesterday's afternoon game with the Bundeswehr. I know I promised to be here. I had to
I thought you went to go
clean
get
myself up a little bit. No,
I thought you went to go get beers, and then you just...
that was the original plan, and then I didn't make it up here.
Well, we're happy to have you here again today.
Happy to be back for day 4 here in sunny and roasting Radotin this afternoon.
Yeah, we are getting some great weather. For the broadcast booth, we're just getting blasted in the face by sunshine, but we've got a great view of the field here. Bundeswehr huddling up by the bench. Look, Malasica, referee right here in Prague, they do their huddle over by the goal. We've seen that out of several of the Czech teams this week. Having a great time here on the last day of the tournament this year, the greatest tournament in the world. I call it the Catalina wine mixer of lacrosse tournaments. Wouldn't you agree?
Great. That's about accurate. And excited for this game as well. Excited to see, obviously, we did the game the other day with the Bundeswehr, and you and I get to personally coach a lot of those guys. Excited to see what they have here this afternoon. So this game is, if I'm not mistaken, for 11th and 12th place, if that's correct.
I think you're right. Bundeswehr having a great tournament.
Which means that, most importantly, both of these teams have secured their places for the top division for next year's Alistair Besky Memorial.
Yeah, it's been great watching both these teams play. I got to ref a couple of Malasica games. I did not ref Bundeswehr, but we definitely watched the games. It was a great idea you had for us commentating, since we know these guys so well. Yeah. And then Malasica from right here in Prague, very experienced. I've seen some of these guys. They've been around for 20, 30 years.
Great face-off there from Michael Volter for the Bundeswehr. Michael's, he plays for me in Munich. He's really focused on his face-offs the last 6 months and is becoming a different maker. He wasn't here the first couple of days for the Bundeswehr, made it in for the weekend.
That's great.
So Philip Rose here on the ball. It's down. Max Sandland recovers deflected pass. Unsettled to the middle, and Malasica will clear.
First opportunity for Bundeswehr, looking a little uncertain there on the offensive end. They'll find their place here in the opening minutes. Malasica will carry down and get set up into their first offense, bring the ball down the left side. We're trying to get to know some of these Malasica players.
Yeah, we got number 56 there on the ball, Andre
Pudrosek.
I apologize to any Czech fans listening to Ryan and myself try to pronounce Czech names.
Big ground ball off the shot from Tilo Siegel.
Clear from Tilo Siegel, better known as J-Lo around the Munich parts.
That's J-Lo?
Another guy who's just made it in yesterday and today for the Bundeswehr.
Early shot from Tim Wunderlich. Easy save from Malasica. The goalie was set and ready. He'll move it up to the far side, and then they go back to the bench. A little bit of a dangerous place to pass to, don't you think,
the ball
Eric?
is still unsettled, and great recovery there from Tilo Siegel. He's an absolute ball hound. Great loose ball player, great defensive player, 100 miles an hour all the time, and forces a turnover there.
And there's Pudrosek keeping the pressure on after the turnover. Great effort. The Czech players will hound you all over the floor. Two-man game from Brandenburger and Wolters. He'll dodge the high attackman. Shot over the top, goes wide. Rebound. Huzvar.
All right.
I hope that's right. Huzvar.
Bundeswehr keeping the pressure on. We saw this to great effect the last couple of days when they pressure through the midfield and don't give you an easy clear, and they forced quite a few turnovers off that.
Well, you know, compared to their last clear, Malasica did a really nice job passing the ball up the field to the open man, up the floor. I made that mistake yesterday.
I've done it so many times. I heard about it so much from the first game we did. It's not a field.
It's a floor.
Malasica working down low, playing strong side.
Ball up top, Jan Ademiak. I've reffed him many times. He's one of the older Czech players, been playing for a long time, very experienced. You know, the wheels start to go, and you've got to play smarter.
The wheels go, but you know what? The last thing to go is the hands, and you see that
open in the middle. He gets taken down.
Oh,
right in the middle.
Brandenburger there.
Pops back up. Goalie recovers. No call from the officials. Very experienced team of officials here. Canada, the UK, and right here the home ref from the Czech Republic. Everybody this week for the referees is getting lots of games.
Yeah, it's been great. I think the crews have done a good job. I know I watched you this morning or early this afternoon refereeing. Good shot there from the outside. Beats Christoph Peak.
Pudrosek, again, we've said his name several times already. Very active in the early goings. He's been a little bit all over the field, hasn't he? Good ground ball pressure down low. Involved in the offense, and he gets the first point. Malasica opens the scoring here. 3 minutes gone in the first half. 1-0 over Bundeswehr. What did you say this was, Eric? The 11th, 12th place game?
I believe so, yeah. I think both these teams, if I read this, the information right, have locked themselves into the first division for next year's tournament. So massive accomplishment for Bundeswehr being there. And also Malasica jumped up from the, what was it called, the silver division. So they have jumped up into the first division for next year's tournament.
Face-off violation by Wolters. He'll stay on the ball.
We've got both of them out there now. We've got the Wolter twins out there playing in close defense for Bundeswehr. Oh, another quick shot from the outside from Malasica.
Great handle from Ladislav Kopstein. We're giving our best shot on these Czech names, aren't we?
We're doing our best.
He's a good ball handler. He's a big defender, very aggressive player. I like how he plays, although I put him in the penalty box quite a few times. But he's a big physical body. No problems him handling the ball there in the middle for Bundeswehr, for Malasica. You can see the easy finish. Goaltending, I think, going to be a question mark today. What do you think,
Well,
Eric?
I think I didn't get the explanation from the Bundeswehr guys today, but if you watch the Bundeswehr take the floor this afternoon and walking around,
Wolters behind the ball. He's got a trail check. Doesn't quite get there. Ball's over to the backside.
So as the Bundeswehr was getting ready today and walking around the grounds here, Jan Goebbels, who we were praising, has had a couple good games, had a pretty pronounced limp earlier today. And I can see him over there working the offensive door for the Bundeswehr. So he's got no pads on. He doesn't have his uppers or his lowers on. So I suspect we're not going to see him this afternoon for the Bundeswehr.
That's Christopher Peak in goal for Bundeswehr. Haven't seen him a lot, although I know him well.
Thilo Siegel there with the clear, and hits Marius Wolters, and now the Bundeswehr can get into their offense. So I think that's been missing so far in this game. It's been the best part of their setup this week has been their 5v5 with these guys on the floor right now.
Yeah, they have been running some nice offense, very patient, using the shot clock. They started to do it a little bit there. They could have waited a little bit longer so that take the second or third shot. Oh, maybe a little over and back there. Nope, never picked his foot up.
At the bench, and now Brandenburg can recover, and here comes Bundeswehr into another attack. So here's we're going to get now the five-man unit that's been leading the way for Bundeswehr this week with Philip Rose, Timmy Wunderlich, Mark Brandenberger. Gustav Weber there, great cut to the middle, just finishes outside. Gustav's been playing the lefty side with Max Sandline, and that's the five Bundeswehr has out here now.
Shot selection right now not super great for Bundeswehr. I know they can dial those in.
It appears we have a penalty here off the on that last shot from Philip Rose. Malasica appears to be going to the box.
Could have really
get the call here.
Could have really used that long opportunity there, gotten the goalie off, go to 6-on-5. I know it's early in the game and it's only 2-0, but Bundeswehr's got to open up their scoring. Looks like it was a high check, illegal cross check on Mark Brandenberger, to Mark Brandenberger. Defender got him up high. You know, I've been surprised at the low number of penalties we've been calling throughout most of the tournament as referees.
Shot from the outside there, Max Sandline. Good take. Unfortunate selection. Hit the goalie right in the chest pad.
They'll sub off their offense, bring on the defense, pressure the ball. It's hard to read Malasica too. They only have the numbers on the back. That's Kamil Trilik bringing the ball down. And Tomas Baron will bring it down the side into the low corner. He'll get picked up. Who is that? Who's defending down there?
I get you.
It's Roland.
It's Roland Wittman.
So of course it's Roland. There it is again.
The problem you had the other day with not being able to see that end of the field is now I'm having the same problem.
Well,
here comes David Beckman on the clear.
Come and join me in the sun, Eric. It's really nice right up here at the front of the broadcasting booth.
Penalty is expired. Bundeswehr unable to get much going with the man advantage.
Great catch and shot.
Great look there to Wunderlich. Timmy tried to force it across the middle there. I think he could have just taken a shot.
Tim handling the ball in a lot of traffic there. Picked up, collected by Jan Ademic again.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll accept that. I'll accept that pronunciation. Shot from the outside. Christoph Peak takes it off the chest. Jan Herman with a great ground ball, but in and out, unfortunately, and Malasica will retain possession.
That's probably a good call there. You know, you've got a lot of stuff happening right in front of the crease, and you end up with a ground ball. Really experienced players know to watch where their feet are so they don't step back into the crease, because that's where that in and out happens. Wolters picks it up in the corner. Little help from Sindorp.
Thilo Siegel. Now we see here why Thilo is so impressive in transition. Great speed.
Pushes the one-on-one.
Unafraid to take a man on. Gets a shot. I think it was an okay take. He does have a tendency to force things, but that was an okay take. And great wheels and a great player handling the ball, getting out of his own end.
Bundeswehr almost had an opportunity there. The Malasica pass Went briefly to Roland Whitman, unable to bring it in. He'll pressure the ball over here on the near side. And that's a big hit on Thomas Baron, another one of those veteran Malasica players. They've been playing box lacrosse here in the Czech Republic for 20+ years. Loose ball, shot clock violation goes. Ball be picked up by Whitman. And restart. Volter's bringing it up the side. This is Marius to Wunderlich.
Nice move, stepped down to the inside. Again, that looks a little bit like Timmy Wunderlich passing up a shooting opportunity there. I don't know, what did you see on that one, Ryan? I thought from up here, it looked like he had a shot. Oh, that's unfortunate there. That's
pressure on Sandline on the box there.
Unfortunately, it looked like Malasice's door was stuck open there, and Sandy's knee got caught in there. You can see him struggling to get to the bench.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. If he did get caught over there with the door open, I learned that this week. It's even if you do it to your own player by opening the door, it's a minor bench penalty.
That may be what Malasice is serving here now?
I think we had something else.
Oh, it was a slash. You're correct.
So it's a slash from back here over in the corner. The replay that they showed was not what the foul was for. That was just that last big collision.
Oh, good news for Bundeswehr. Sandline's right back on here to take the man up.
That is good.
Scary moment. Good cut to the middle, Philip Rose.
Good man-up work from Bundeswehr. They're looking to move the defense, move the goalie. Side-to-side ball movement to Webster.
That's more like the ball movement we've seen the rest of this week so far. Good save there from Malasice. Unfortunately, I can't see the goalkeeper's number from this angle. They've only got numbers in the front of their on the back of their jerseys.
Great loose ball pressure from Brandenburger. He'll give it up to Bros. They'll work together on the goalie's right side to Wunderlich in the middle. Sandline down low, Weber up top. Seal, shot, rebound, save.
Unlucky there. Bros unable to come up with the ground ball.
Malasice collects the ball in the crease. That's a defender in the crease. With 2 feet in, he can't be checked. With 1 foot in, he can be. And if his stick is outside with 1 foot in, he can be checked. Little difference for box lacrosse, especially with FIL to Canadian rules. Shot. There's Andre Podracek again. Staying very active through the middle of...
he seems to be on the ball just about every possession from Malasice.
Yeah, I mean, Malasice doesn't have only veteran players. You know, they've got quite a few young guys too, and then they've got some of those big, younger guys that are laying bodies down, stepping out, making the big hits on defense. You saw the pressure to Sandline over there on the boards, and they can run. So they've got a good mix of everybody. Paseka with the ball on the goalie's left. He'll bring it over. Back up top to Ademiak. Back over to Paseka. Ademiak working with Pudracek on this left side. Strong, weak side left, now strong. Rebound off the ground ball, or rebound off the boards goes in. Between the legs
of Christoph Peak there, the Bundeswehr goalkeeper.
When as a goalie, especially as a box goalie, you're going to face a ton of shots. I think Peak, after having not played as much so far this tournament.
I think Christoph Peak has played for the Bundeswehr at least here last year as their number 2, and I think this year Bundeswehr got hot with Jan Goebbels in the net, decided to ride him a little bit, which was probably the right decision, and now Peak's kind of thrown into the fire with Jan, unable to go and struggling a little bit, but he's a quality box goalkeeper. He's plays for the Munich box team as well, and hopefully he can get it going here and
make a few saves, get a few saves under his belt, and then everything will start to, right the ship.
It's amazing how much confidence is a massive factor for box goalkeepers.
It is. I've been watching the Bundeswehr guys this week, and as they come off the floor and they've scored some goals that, they were really excited about, even as experienced national team players and guys that play year-round. You see them coming off the floor smiling because their confidence is really high this week.
Yeah.
2-on-1, now 2-on-2 break. They'll pull it out. That's Jindrik Plechety. Oh, I'm sure that wasn't a horrible attempt.
I liked it.
You liked it?
That was all right. Here, I'm ceding the rest of the Czech pronunciations to you the rest of this afternoon.
That means I pretty much got to do the play-by-play now, and you do the color.
Yeah, shot there from Martin Tolar, and then Peak with a save there, and that's just what we're talking about. It was a relatively routine save. It took him right in the pads, but that's one of the ones he needs to get going and get back into this game. Sometimes it's just the easy one that gets the confidence up.
Tim Wunderlich directing the offense now. He was being patient, and then he got not
forced
impatient.
a shot from the outside. That's that's kind of the good and bad we've seen with Wunderlich so far this afternoon. Is he's passed up a few shooting opportunities to try to make an extra pass, and then he forces one there.
Pick from inside from Brandenburg. Those
are the Timmy Wunderlich shots we need to be seeing. But great save there from the Malasica keeper again. Who he's only 3-0, but he's been hot. He's putting Malasica in the right spot as they score again.
Yeah, that was much better offense from Bundeswehr that time, but it was still a save, a rebound, a clear, fast break. Even when the offense is going good, we've got to bury the shots. I think it looks like Bundeswehr struggling a little bit to do that early on, and then Malasica having the opposite problem.
Yeah,
or not having that problem.
Yeah, they're not having that problem at all. It seems like the Bundeswehr, they forced a couple shots early, didn't take their best shots, let the Malasica keeper get hot, and he seems to be having great confidence right now, whereas Christoph Pieck struggling a little bit for the Bundeswehr in the goal.
Yeah, and these Czech box goalies, they play so often, they play all the time. They play so many other events here in the Czech Republic besides the big ones that as North Americans or Europeans we pay attention to. They're here playing all the time, so they know what it's like and how long a game is. Things like momentum. Not a bad pass from Wunderlich, a little high for Broos. They'll pressure the ball coming up the near side here in the middle. Calling for a timeout.
Timeout there from Malasica. That's a great call.
That's Daniel Hagen. He's also a referee. I don't think he's reffing at this tournament, but I've definitely reffed him at other tournaments.
So, and the reason we said it's a great call from Malasica is I believe there's about 23, 24 seconds left in the first half of this game, and Bundeswehr has been pressing and getting a little bit better looks in the offense so far. Malasica got the ball and trying to clear through 3 guys. Now they've basically ensured that they can kill out this half with a 4-0 lead and not let Bundeswehr get any momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, I think you're right. It just, you have those games, right, where everything's difficult for you and easy for the other guys. That's depends on the day, depends on the teams, and it's sometimes it's really hard to overcome those external kind of like, what would you call those, like random factors?
Yeah, sometimes it is just not your day.
Yeah, sometimes not your day. Sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. And it's like the other team's scoring all the easy, nice, clean goals, and you've got to battle and take all the punishment to get to the middle of the floor to score yours. Wolters in the middle with Ademiak.
Malasica showing great patience here. They know that they can take the last shot of the first half.
I've reffed Malasica enough to know that they run plays. Like they've pulled their goalie now. You can see they're 6 on 5.
Yeah, it is
so they're running some man-up stuff. They'll run out the last few seconds with no shots on target. So Bundeswehr gets out of that one.
They get out of that situation. We've seen their offense enough this week to know that they are most definitely capable of making up a 4-goal lead. But,
absolutely. And the athletic, kind of matchup for the Bundeswehr guys here. Let's face it. They're a little bit younger. They're a little bit bigger, stronger, and there's more of them.
There is more of them, and they are all fit.
Half of them in the military. Absolutely.
Yeah. Malasica is right now kind of leaning on the experience factor and taking good shots and putting them in the back of the net. So we'll see what wins out here.
Yeah, that experience is playing a big factor, and you got to hand it to some of these guys that have played box lacrosse here in the Czech Republic year-round for 20 years. That's what they do. That's what they've always done.
So now that we can,
there's some really good teams there.
Now that we can see his jersey because he's faced us to get some water, it's the Malasica goalie Tomasz Pelikan is pitching the shutout so far and doing a great job. Pitching the shutout, isn't that? I guess he's not pitching much in box lacrosse, is he? But
he's a good goalie.
Yeah, he is.
Thanks for joining us here at the 2018 Al Srbesky Memorial Tournament. I'm Ryan Wallace, joined by Eric Loomis. 4-0 lead for Malasica from right up the road in Prague over the German Army, Bundeswehr from Germany, obviously. We've had some great games today, a couple of shootouts. We've had some penalty shots in the games. Great play all morning here on the final day. And as the music dies down,
we can see the Bundeswehr coming out, and it appears they're making a change in goal. They're going to Marco Horath. I don't know if we've seen Marco so far this tournament. I know the Bundeswehr had guys, about three or four guys here that could play goalie. They rode Jan Goebbels for a while until what we think is an unfortunate injury, and it appears they're making the switch at halftime, going from Christoph Pieck to Marco Horath.
Well, let's be honest, Loomis. these guys, this is day 4 of this tournament. It's only Saturday, and it's, you know, it's almost over. And some of these guys have been here for E-Box before with the national teams for, you know, Germany, Czech teams. All the national teams were here. They just, you know, if you don't know, some of the national teams just take off one jersey and put on a different one, and they turn into these teams and these clubs. Correct.
I think most of these Bundeswehr guys were here, and I know quite a few of the, obviously the Rado team guys were here last week, and a few others as well from the Czech national team and the Swiss national team. Who the first game we come in together was Schakelax, and we kept referring to them as the Swiss national team.
Yeah, that.
Because
it was a brief chance there for Broz. Yeah, he didn't have the. Something happened on the far side. I think it was probably a moving screen signal from referee Frank Lawrence. Took the ball away right as Broz caught and shot on the backside, and that was really the kind of opportunities they've been looking for if they're going to beat these talented, this talented Czech defense and goalie. Shot doesn't get through. That's Andre. That's
hit from behind there, and Jan Herman. I think
no call.
I don't know, no call there.
They're gonna, yeah. So in box lacrosse, you know, when you get up against the boards, the defender's not allowed to hit you into the boards, but you also can't just, you know, you have to protect yourself.
It looked like he turned into it, I think, kind of at the last minute.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times that players put themselves, you know, it's, you know, the referees aren't there to bail you out. The referees are there to keep it fair and safe, but, you know, if players are out there making the right contact, boy, that's referee Rob Clark from the UK.
That is an ugly situation over there that Rob's put himself into.
He's over there figuring it out, making sure everything looks good right now. The shot clock is still running. It should be a reset.
Seaman Hopeful came out with the ball, but by the time he got it out of there, the shot clock had run down.
Bundeswehr unable to make something out of that one. The ground ball made quick work of that. Jan Seuss moves the ball over to Tomas Barron. Back up top. See all the side-to-side ball movement starting to work.
Yeah, it's working great from LSHA.
Yep, and then they create something out of that after they go side-to-side a couple times. So it's never on the first side, maybe on the other side.
Great ground ball there, Mikhail Volzer, and brings it over.
Boy, it is hot up here, isn't it, Eric?
It is roasting in this booth.
We need to get something going here for Bundeswehr. Let's see if Wunderlich and Brandenburger can work together. Brandenburg dodges, comes back up, looks for the crease dive, steps in, shoots. Referee Frank Lawrence says he's in the crease. He was able to get something off there, and I don't think it's a bad chance.
No, it's not. I think Bundeswehr is just forcing a little bit. They're feeling the score.
I think we're getting low in the clock there.
And they're not really running through their offense anymore. They're just trying to make 1v1 plays instead of,
well, they're playing ball, you know,
relaxing and letting it come to them. And I think all it's going to take is one for them, and hopefully they can get that and then get it going. There's a good save there from Marco Horath, keeping his team in the game, getting post to post.
Great first save, so that's, you know what, I think Bundeswehr probably needed in the opening minutes, but they'll get it in the opening minutes of the second half, come down on offense, get into some of their places, and see if we can put something together here. Wunderlich over to, is that Weber?
That's Gustav Weber, yeah, that number 55 on the left side. He's playing low, and then Max Senline playing high. Senline, unfortunately, kind of forces one to the middle, trying to hit the pick and roll to Weber. Wunderlich on the recover, but it's got to be short time.
Goes for the one-handed shot. Did you see that?
I did.
Very creative.
I've seen maybe a little bit too much of that in my.
Have you? Does he try that? Does he try that at practice?
He might occasionally pull something like that out on the field as well.
Brandenburger started to do it too, I'm supportive of creativity.
I am to a point. Let's see what LSHA has here in the offense. Germany defense looking a bit organized. David Beckman takes charge.
That's Ademiak coming in with the ball. Big hard dodge from up top. Malasica briefly stepped on with a guy.
They both turn their back on the step down.
Ademiak picks it up, moves it back up top behind the
back. And back. Here comes good hustle there. Stefan Myler.
Great
gets Brandenburger on. No, just shoots wide.
Great take from Brandenburger.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem there from Weber. He's gonna go. Right call there.
Yeah, probably got him.
Man was nowhere near the ball when Gustav went in there. Bit of frustration showing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's definitely not going to help Bundeswehr here. They'll be man down. Have we had many penalties?
I think this is the first one. I think Malasica had one earlier, and this is the first one for Bundeswehr.
That's right. This is the first time we've seen Bundeswehr's man down. They'll play in the box.
We got Henning Ratchen and both the Volter brothers out there, along with Roland Whitman. Oh, good save again from Marco Horath.
Another save from Horath. Malasica runs a nice Pick and cut into the middle from the backside. They've got quite a few good man-up plays. Loose ball can't get picked up. Back to Malasicha, over to the far side. Shot doesn't come through. Is that right into Mickey Volters? He'll knock it up.
It was a Volters.
Shot clock violation. Malasicha couldn't get anything on target.
Roland Wittman having trouble getting off the field after blocking that one. It was Wittman who
soaked it?
Yeah, it was
Wittman.
Soak. It was Wittman who soaked it, judging by the reaction of him trying to get to the bench.
I've seen some other players this week get hit by shots, and the goalies say, good soak.
Philip Rose here trying to take time off the penalty.
He's trying to work the two-man game, having a little trouble with the Czech defense. Philipsey's actually Czech himself.
There we go. Now we've got even strength for the Bundeswehr. Gustav Weber comes out of the box.
Picked down from Sandline, moves over to Wunderlich. Shot wide.
Shot just wide.
Good opportunity, though. The goalie was moving. That looked like a lot of net open. Shot clock violation. Weber can't get out of trouble. Malasicha will bring it up here on the near side in front of us here in the booth.
Number 1-5 there.
Is that Plechky?
Good luck with that one. Yeah, that's Junior Plechky.
Pass to the middle, shot, score. Pudrček. He's having a great game right now. He's got two of Malasicha's goals. Let's have another look here on the replay. You can see just a good backside cut from the far side, from the left goalie's left.
Yeah, he's having a good game along with Demiak, and they've been kind of the main guys from Malasicha here.
Here's the replay.
Not quite. Yeah.
Great handle in the middle, and he goes to the goalie's off-stick side.
I don't know if any of our viewers out there were watching TJ Malasicha play earlier, where Pavel Doshli pretty much single-handedly won a game for Malasicha this afternoon.
Yizny Mesto.
Or Yizny Mesto, yeah, correct.
Yeah, he did absolutely put a show on. Good stick up in the middle. Is that Henning Ratchen?
It was Henning Ratchen knocking that pass down.
Great cover defense in the middle from Henning Ratchen. He'll stop the...
It's going to be a loose ball push, I believe, on Bundeswehr, and Malasicha will retain, but killed the fast break there by Henning Ratchen. That was
they'll
good.
They'll get it back
awareness.
to Kopschen. Up top to Pasica. These numbers are really difficult.
It is. This is a hard jersey to read for us here in the booth. I don't know if it's translating to our viewers at home on the YouTube channel.
Into the middle, Pudrček can't handle. They'll pick it back up. That's Trillik on the far side. Shot.
And again from Yana Demiak in the middle of the shot there. Tried to hit a little turning behind the back action there.
Does not get through. They'll give the ball to Brandenburger. He'll bring it up on the near side.
So you can see a little bit.
Bros.
And then it's going to be in the red helmet there, that Seaman Hopeful young player. Unfortunate pass right over the top. Just looking a little sloppy, looking a little rushed.
Yeah, this is they're having trouble. You know, it's getting hot here.
It's
Eric.
getting hot, and it's
really hot on the turf. I was sweating like crazy off my last ref game, and I'm not even playing.
Good cuts to the middle. Hey, great close down defense there. As we said the other day, Roland Wittman doesn't have any funny business in his house there. Steps in the middle. Nice save, Markov again.
Sundarp there gave up the inside a little bit there.
From Thomas Barron.
He could get up top there and keep that shooter out a little bit.
Well, it brings it over. Philip Rose.
Back over to Wunderlich. They're doing some nice things now. Let's see if they can create some real opportunities. Really use the shot clock. 10 on the clock. Another offensive turnover. That's unfortunate.
Just so many turnovers. They're not even getting looks right now. I think they're. You know, when the game starts going wrong for you, I think you start gripping the stick a little bit tight, and you make one mistake, and you have the tendency you have one mistake to turn into 20 mistakes.
5-0 here. 8:30 gone in the second half. 6:30 remaining. Malasicha working it up top. Over to Pudrček. Loose ball on the boards. Pressure from Ratchen and Sindorp. Those are two big bodies in there. Or that's not Sindorp.
That's Jan Herman.
Shot wide. Rebound. Picked up by Malasicha. No reset.
No reset.
Time
shot
on the
clock
clock.
violation.
Good. There's David Beckman hustling off. Picked up by Herman. Quickly up to Wunderlich. No numbers. Malasicha doing a great job getting their defense on the floor. Wunderlich looks backside for Weber.
Gustav Weber.
Cannot get a shot on. Even the sticks are coming apart today.
The sticks come apart. That one, I mean, Gustav.
You can get an idea.
Gustav had the look there. He just hesitated too long and let the Malasicha defender get into his hands.
Wunderlich comes down over in the corner, loses the ball. Brief chance for Brandenburger. He'll go right back off, try and get a defender on. David Beckman
That's good from Stefan Myler there, fighting through two Malasiche players.
Yeah, so Myler does a great job moving the ball up to a teammate in space. You know, that's something that I never had as a player as coaches to say, look, just get it up there somewhere close.
That was a really heads-up play there from Stefan Myler. Just knock it over midfield and let one of your players run onto it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a great pass. Shot from Broats, goes wide. Looks like Bundeswehr settling for some of the less...
yeah, it's not been high percentage here in the second half at all.
Yeah, settling for lower percentage chances, shots from outside, early offense. I think the Heat and just, what is this, their ninth day of playing?
Yeah, so they've had 4 days in this tournament, and I would say probably 75% of these guys were here for E-Box last week, and I think we're just seeing a bit of fatigue from the Bundeswehr guys starting to set in.
Yeah, I got to say Malasiche is looking pretty good, but although they've kind of slowed down, it took Bundeswehr a minute to wake up, but nothing really happening in the last, and have we had any goals in this half?
I think we've had one in this half against Horvath,
that's
but
right.
He's made some good saves so far.
He did come in.
Oh, there's as I just jinxed him there. That's number 21 from Malasiche from Matsai Medikar with a shot there from the outside.
6-0, second half, 4:20 remaining. Bundeswehr having a hard time getting anything going on offense. Malasiche having luck on offense, so it's not going Bundeswehr's way. Did you get it? See that? Bundeswehr's way.
Bundeswehr's way.
It's terrible. English German. Answers the question. That was, you saw who's in goal, Horvath?
Yeah, it's Horvath.
You saw Horvath. He had the shot. He was seeing it coming. He had the arm up.
Yeah, just a little bit slow on, maybe a little bit off his angle as the man ran across the middle there.
Loose ball off the boards. Wunderlich. Who's over there?
That's Timmy Wunderlich.
Wolters.
Basically doing a headstand, trying to fight for the ball along with Mickey Wolter.
Malasiche picks it up. They'll run it over. 2-on-3. Wunderlich trailing.
Yeah, this is when
They'll move it to safety and pull it back out.
This is when the game is getting a little bit stretched and Bundeswehr is getting a little desperate. Timmy Wunderlich staying on for a defensive shift.
Traffic in the middle, big swing there, and he looks around to see if the referees picked him up. That was Siegel in the middle, took a little bit of a big chop with his stick, got a little lucky there, I think. I think that's part of fatigue as well. Scott flips the open on the right side, coming out of the box, opts to take the shot. Rebound picked up by Weber.
That's a nice handle on the rebound from Gustav Weber.
I kind of wish Siegel would pass that. Brandenburger coming on, gets the ball from Wunderlich. He gets checked away. Ground ball, Wunderlich picks it up. They'll go back up top to reset. Broats, Weber, and Brandenburger all triple pick. Shot. Siegel misses the ground ball. Ball goes over and back, and it'll be a Malasiche ball. Leading 6-0 here with 2:30 left. Now they called the reset.
Oh, they called the reset.
That's lucky for Bundeswehr. We get a break out of. I think that's their first break of the day, kind of when things happen.
I think the ball has bounced their way.
The first time the ball has bounced their way.
Oh, we're gonna get a face-off here. I think we got incident or offsetting calls here. I don't know, Mr. Referee, explain to me why they are coming to the face-off.
This is a good question. We don't have anybody coming to the penalty box, so we're going to we're just going to reset back to the center.
Yeah, illegal procedure there from Malasiche. He was almost into the face-off circle before either face-off man went to the clamp there.
So that would be an off-center or an irregular face, I believe. I'm going to have to do some research on this, but it's a great question. I'm surprised it happened, but the referees did a great job getting it up and going quickly. Brandenburger gets harassed in the corner, loses the ball, loose ball push, gets it back. Over to Weber. Bro's cutting the middle. Brandenburger rotating up top, thinks about shooting it, looks down. Nice low shot, goalie kick save. Rebound, Bro's in the corner.
Nice play getting
He'll
the ball
scoop,
out of there.
Handle,
Good
drags
handle,
it. Would you call that a dangle?
I would call that a dangle.
Weber's shot comes off the backside, off the boards, over the goal, rebound, Wunderlich.
Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, and that's Timmy Wunderlich on the spot there.
I think that was a great play from Tim Wunderlich. Watch the replay here. We'll see the shot from Weber come off the backboards. Wunderlich, very smart, handles, keeps his feet out of the crease.
Yeah, fast
and
hands
finds
in the right spot.
In the right spot. He opted to go to the short side of the goalie instead of going to the backside, but all's well that ends well, right? Face off here in the middle, 6-1, 1:30 left. Bundeswehr finally getting on the board after struggling early. Malasica picks up the ground ball off the faceoff. 2-on-1. He'll push, shoot, high, wide. Picked up in the corner, rebound. He'll go for the dunk.
Dunk attempt.
They don't call you.
Yeah, he's in the crease there.
That's fine if he's in the crease, as long as he doesn't actually touch the ball. He must have bumped the ball.
He did. I think on the rebound it
so
went off
that's a good time to blow the crease call after, you know, a dunk or a dive or something like that. Just because the player's in the crease, if the ball is away, it's fine.
I believe Horath made the save and then it deflected off the player in the crease there.
Yeah, he is playing well after the half. Brandenburger, Wunderlich working together, two-man. Pick, he'll look to the roll. Little high for Wunderlich. Rebound. Bros comes out of the corner with it. He thought he had it. Wunderlich in there, handstand again. You got a Malasica player laying on the back. Another one comes through and trips over him.
Yeah, that is a fatigue corner fight for a ground ball right there if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, everybody doing everything necessary to try to fight for the ball, but that was about 4 players in the corner who were absolutely shots trying to do everything they can to get a ground ball.
This is definitely the hottest day, so the fatigue is definitely setting in here in Radotin. Teams are ready to go. They're doing their best, but the sun has come out. It's really nice. It's definitely enjoyable for the fans. Players on the floor, definitely hot, but the games are still shorter. We're still at 2 15-minute halves. 15 seconds left. Myler, 3-on-2. He'll go in the middle.
Oh, unfortunate there. Bundeswehr made the correct decision to set up and take a timeout with 10 seconds left, but they were trying to get it right when Myler got possession of the ball, and they didn't get it, and then he worked himself into a good position, and that is when they finally got the ball. Here we see the replay of the ground ball scrap from about a minute ago in the corner there.
Yeah, it's an interesting finish here. 3-on-2, they had the break. Bundeswehr opts to, I think all the offensive guys were off the floor, so they wanted the last chance with the ball.
They did. They were all trying to call timeout, and by the time they got it, Myler had worked himself into a 2v1 situation.
Yeah, that was a good break. Way to push and recognize the short time from the Bundeswehr defense and push the ball up the floor quickly in transition, and then we'll get our offensive unit here on after the timeout with the 6-man. You've got 6 guys coming on. They've pulled the goalie.
So let's see what they can work here. So Beckman's going to come out and play offense in this set. And actually, interestingly, end of the weekend, they're throwing Simon Hopeful there, number 24, into the offensive set here.
That's true. He's been making several appearances on the floor. He seems to have done a pretty good job this weekend. They'll go to Brandenburger with a double screen down, over to the goal, shot over the screen, rebound, save, shot, goalie.
Long clear, and that will do it for this one. So TJ Malasica with a 6-1 win to close out their Lech Memorial for 2018. Bundeswehr, disappointing result today, but I think on the whole they can be very happy with their tournament.
I think so too. I had a great time watching them, the games that we commentated either separately or together. And then it was a really special day for me yesterday when Bundeswehr played against Chagrin Mountain in the middle of the day. It was still nice and cool. The sun wasn't really high yet. And it was my old friends from Denver, Colorado, where I played and coached and ref for many years, against all my new guys, so my current players on Bundeswehr. So I coached kind of, I was just being helpful and enthusiastic and cheering for both teams from right in between the two benches where the photographer is right now.
I could hear you, actually. I watched that game on the live feed yesterday.
It was a blast.
In my hotel room. And I actually thought at multiple points during the game that you were working the door for both teams. I thought maybe you were going back and forth.
No, you can't actually reach the door. Both teams had good door guys, so I was just happy to stand there and have a good time, with guys that I've spent a lot of time with and have very special relationships with. On both teams. Here at the greatest tournament in the world, the Catalina Wine Mixer of lacrosse tournaments, the 2018 Alistair Besky Memorial. I'm Ryan Wallace, joined here by Eric Loomis.
It's really great, and once again, Ryan, I need to say a special thank you to Steven Stamper for letting us come up here and commentate these games.
We got to give it to Stamper.
This has been absolutely a great time for Ryan and myself. Stay tuned if you just watch the Bundeswehr guys and you're some of our friends in Germany, or if you're just fans from anywhere else in the world. Stay tuned. We're about to see a really, really great game here. Ryan and I are going to stay on the mics for Megamen against Glasgow Clydesiders.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good game. Both high-powered, fast offenses, explosive teams. They've